Hello everyone, welcome to High Playing Games. It's Simon here, and this is Dissembler, a puzzle game by Ian McLarty. One-man team, giving you one-man, draggable, clickable, coloured boxes in a nutshell. And the beauty of this game is its simplicity. So essentially what you're doing is flipping tiles so that they match in blocks of 3 or more of the same colour. So each puzzle lets you reflip and re-understand exactly what's going on in a level. So you've got the greens here and the whites there, and it's very simple and intuitive in terms of what to do. And what you'll find is you'll go from very quickly sitting and thinking, how does this work, to oh dearing yourself quite quickly. If something goes wrong, like if I did, no, that's not how I would do it. If I'd done it like this, because this would break it, it will break, but you'll immediately kind of notice that you can't then actually flip other bits around. And this little icon will pop up for you to then flip back again. So it actually makes things very simple and easy to navigate, especially if you're a bit... you like to be hands-on with stuff. Now this is obviously available in Steam, but you can... It's designed to be very hands-on, intuitive with the fingers, I think, personally. So, yeah, just... oh, there we go. Smithy talking too much. There we go. But as you can see, things progress quite quickly in terms of difficulty. And so once it kind of... you get a concept in your head and you're like, okay, this is kind of how things work. Different ideas and concepts flick forward to you quite nicely over time, so that it's no longer really clear where the pattern for things go. Although if you are colour minded, I'm going to say, you'll be all right. But you still have to kind of think and plan with what you're doing. Now over here you'll have the actual puzzles that are all handcrafted and handmade, and as you can see as you go through there are plenty. And what you'll notice further on down the line is that you'll start to get overlays of different types of panels to flip around and place. And the beauty of this is that once you get beyond the actual normal puzzles, you get daily puzzles. And daily puzzles will be generated specifically, obviously, for that day. But you'll also be kind of thinking, right, well, how does that work in the real world? And so you really have to kind of go, is that how it works? And they often actually do skip beyond. If, say, you've not played all of puzzle mode, they will quite happily introduce new mechanics that you may not have already played with at that point. No, we need to do that one first, then that one. There we go. And that's what I mean about, like, logistically trying to work out exactly how things work. Let me dive on to these. So these ones here, this type of tile means that you have to get rid of the outer layer before you then get to the inner layer. And this is your advanced version of Dissembler. So yes, you'll flick that to there, and you might be able to flick that to there, which gets rid of that. And then you've got these to deal with underneath. And you're thinking, no, how am I going to deal with that? I think I've already buggered it up. Yes, I have. Anyway, I'm going to continue on just so that I can... no, yeah, we are. So yeah, so that's what happens when you start dealing with dailies. And you can start to see as well that you have these types of tiles as well. And what these do is let you only flick parts of things in certain ways. So can you see what the thing is there? And it's really at this point where the game starts to become really a complete and utter brain hemorrhage that you need to deal with. And that's exactly what I'm looking for from a puzzler. So props to the developer Ian for actually being able to really comfortably, and I've done this wrong, you can see that I've done this wrong already, can't you? Let me flick back, and it's something that I done very early on. Yeah, thought so, because that blue needs to be there for me to flip those off, and then I'm going to do that. That. And that. No. Oh, Schmiffy. And that's on its own anyway, so I've gone too quick. So yeah. Whilst you can watch me fail miserably, we can do with that as well. You also have Infinite, which is where you can play with a new relaxed game, which is where you need to match outer colours to clear them off. And the inner colour then starts to rise to the surface. So it's almost like you are... Hang on, I'm having to really sort my head out here with this. So you're desperately trying to make sure that you're always matching three together without trying to cause too much of a fuss with... Oh, God. There we go. Yeah, yeah. No. Because it's the black, not the red. There we go. I knew what I was doing. There's a big 5 there. That can flick over for a double. So that's what you get with that mode. We also have a new hard game as well, which is where you are really, really having to think about the different layers because there's basically more colours involved. So yeah, you really, really have to think because you can game over yourself really quickly in this area. So besides that, you also have Colorblind Mode. If I just dive back to the puzzles so that you can see it, there are different versions here for you to play with and continue on your way. So yeah, great to have Colorblind Mode in there too, because there's always a bit of a worry with that when you are having to deal with that as an issue. So yeah, that is Dissembler in a nutshell. Really, really like it. It's initially quite simple when you'll start flicking through just going yeah, and then you'll do something and you'll go wrong. Then you think, how the hell did I do that? And I like that because it like smacks you in the face and then you kind of go and then you realise the nuances that's involved in the puzzle itself. This is the kind of stuff that I think would do really well on mobile. I also think it would do really well if you've got a PC or a tablet where you've got touchscreen, because the flicking it's just suited to being on hands-on fingers. And for that, actually, I think in my day job I spend a lot of time with the elderly. That sounds really... I've done that wrong already. There we go. Let's do that first. Then that. Then that. There we go. So I spend a lot of time with the elderly, and what I find is a common trait that goes through people when I deal with user experience is that actually when you give older people something to touch and physically take hold of, because they're used to being manual with their hands, is that they enjoy technology and find learning technology easier in that environment. So yeah, this is a no-brainer for your audience amongst you that watch the channel. So thank you so much for watching. This is Dissembler. It's out now on Steam. 2 thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
This channel is just one of my many projects that cover games, music and film. If you enjoy any of these and would consider supporting me to develop further in the future, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/ youtube.com/Satorimon. Thank you for your time and for watching the video.